couple of words, then I will introduce a couple more speakers after me. But thank you for turning out, first of all. Thank you for keeping the chanting going. Keep it up. UKBA!
Deportations, no way!
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 Thank you for coming out today, everybody. It's a fantastic crowd. There's at least 300 or 400 people here. I want to thank everyone for showing the support over the last week for London Met. My name is Max Watson. I'm the chair of the Unison branch of London Met University. We represent the support staff at London Met. We negotiate with management so that today our members can come out during work to attend today's rally. I want to thank all of those members for coming out today. I want to thank also the UCU and the Student Union at London Met who have helped coordinate this. We've been organising this between the three staff and the Student Unions at London Met. I want to thank our MP, Jeremy Corbyn, who you're going to hear from later, for speaking out on our behalf time and time again, including the most recent EDM 437s, which I hope he'll mention later on in a couple of minutes. Finally, before I introduce our first speaker, Mark Campbell from the UCU, I want to say this on behalf of Unison. In the last 6 months we've had a campaign. The slogan has been education, not privatisation. And in the last 6 months we've said categorically, in the last 2 months, we've told management if they continue with their privatisation agenda, we will trigger an industrial action plan for strike action to defeat their plans for privatisation. Our new slogan today is education, not deportation. This is our number one priority. Unison has said at mass meeting, 200 people at our meeting on Monday, and we said 100% we're with our students, we will continue to teach our students, we will continue to support our students, we will give them access to everything they need at London Met. No students will be deported from London Met on our watch. No students should leave this university. And finally, we remember Joy Gardner, who was killed during a forcible deportation in 1993. The same Joy Gardner that we named our student union in the city after, which is about to be closed down. We're here today to remember Joy Gardner and all of the people who've been deported from this country. And we say no more. No more deportations. No more privatisation. Education for the masses, not just for the ruling classes. I've got Mark Campbell who's going to say a couple of words from the UCU. Mark.
Hi, my name is Mark Campbell. I'm the UCU chair at London Met. I'm also the National Executive Member for London. It's quite simple. They are not going to deport our students. We will fight with everything we've got to save our students, to save our staff and to save our university. There will be no deportations. We have been instructed accordingly, apparently, about the law in terms of not teaching the students. As Max said, at a mass meeting, a joint union meeting of UCU and Unison of over 200 strong the other day, we said categorically, we will continue to teach our students. We will continue to see them, and we will stand in front of them to prevent police calling them off for deportation. They are our students, and we will stand with them, whatever it takes. But we've also decided that we're calling it now to take this back to your colleges, to your universities. All of the London Met unions, that's UCU, Unison and the Students' Union, want every single university and every single college next Friday to have a lunchtime protest where they come out of their colleges, of their universities, demand an amnesty for our students, and also say, stop these immigration controls that are attacking our students. International students are not immigrants. International students are welcome here. We should be saying that loud and clear. We fully in support of what's happening on the ground here. It shouldn't be a question that students are penalised for the bureaucratic mistakes of others, and that students are penalised, and actually education is a right and shouldn't be denied to them. I think the announcement just on the eve of the academic year was in poor taste, and they've had plenty of opportunity to get their houses in order. I think I'll try my best. I think it's absolutely cynical ploy that they've announced this just on the eve of Parliament coming back, and it was purely to make headlines off the back of students. It's an absolute disgrace. But PCS will offer its full support to you, and I know the branches involved will offer the full support to you, and anything that we can do to assist in your fight, we will do our utmost. Thanks a lot.
Andrew Jennings, PCS. Andrew Jennings, PCS. I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Kathy, from the UCU. Kathy Till.
Good afternoon, everyone. Kathy Taylor, President of UCU, and I'm here to bring you the solidarity greetings from all members of UCU across this country. Because I saw on the placard that one of the students has got a very old saying, but a very true saying. An injustice to one is an injustice to all. So I'm saying that you have the backing of all the members, because this appalling situation that has occurred with the threat of innocent students being deported is not only confined to London Met. We want to congratulate you on the stand that you're taking, on the campaign that you're carrying out to get amnesty for these students, because this could affect every single college and university across the UK, and we will support you on that. Can I just say also that we want to give the message in our universities and colleges that all international students are welcome here. We don't want them to be under threat, that when they leave this country, they will leave it not with a degree, but as a result of deportation. Thank you very much.
I've had some complaints you can't hear. Is that better? Is that louder? Is that louder? Can you hear that? Yeah. Okay. We're going to move down here and talk in that direction so everyone can hear, okay? The next speaker is Aula, the President of the Student Union at London Met University. But you can't hear me that way. Is that okay? Good afternoon, everybody. I'm from the Student Union, London Metropolitan University. We said thank you for coming. We are here today to make a statement and to tell the world that we refuse that UK play politics with our life. We refuse that if you intellectual illiterate decide wrongly that we genuine students from London Metropolitan University need to leave UK. We have paid for it, and we believe that it's our right to choose where we want to study. It's our right to tell them that they don't go us on justice. And today we are telling the world that we will not abide to what they've said. Thank you to Unison,
Unite and all the other unions that have come together today to support this demonstration. I'm the MP for Islington North, which includes most of the sites of London Met University. I'm here because I support the university. I support the way in which it's given chances to many people who would never have had access to higher education, but universities. I'm proud of the diversity of the student body. I'm proud of the way it's given those chances to people who would otherwise not be able to access any form of higher education. Therefore, I'm working with the unions, with the NUS, and with all the students in the universities, because the decision by UK Borders Agency to revoke the Tier 4 status for the university and threaten the very existence in this country of 2,600 students is a disgusting attack on them, on the university, but think of it in the wider context. It's a threat to every university and every college in this country. The decision by UKBA is perverse, to say the least, is taken on the basis of a very small sample, and quite clearly the Home Office thought they could get away with this without any challenge whatsoever. Well, we challenged it last week with the demonstrations. We challenged it in Parliament on Monday when I got an urgent notice question to the Home Secretary on this. We're challenging it today here at this demonstration, and I want everyone to put in their minds and their diaries, lunchtime, September the 14th, a demonstration outside every college and every university in the country in solidarity with those 2,600 overseas students at London Met whose lives are threatened with ruination by this decision taken behind me in the Home Office. Stand together with them. But this is also an attack on the whole idea of overseas students coming to this country. If they're going after London Met today, they might see it as an easy target. The media have been attacking London Met for a very long time. Which university is next? I guess it's not going to be the Russell Group of universities. It's going to be the newer universities that give those chances and those opportunities to people that wouldn't otherwise get them. And those students that have paid a lot of money to come to this country and study in this country are being characterised by some MPs, by a lot of media, as some or other people that are scrounging off the British state and trying to evade immigration laws. I look at it differently. I meet overseas students at London Met whose families have scrimped and saved for a very long time to ensure that their daughters and sons can come to this country to study economics, engineering, history, literature, or whatever it is they wish to study, so that they can contribute to the development of their own societies and the society here. Overseas students add a great deal to the cultural and academic life of universities. Add a great deal to the cultural and economic life of this country. And if London Met University's very existence is threatened, then what happens to my constituency? What happens to all those students that are there now? To all those staff that work there now? And so I say to London Met University, take your legal action. Stand up for the students and the university. But I also say, as a friend of London Met University, do not attack the staff by threatening to privatise jobs. Don't destroy those people that are here today supporting the cause of London Met University and of overseas students. Stand up for those rights to study. Stand up for those rights to access to higher education. They're all under threat. You've done a good job coming here today, but we're not done yet. The legal action goes on, the demonstrations go on, the demands go on, so we protect those students. And in protecting those students, we protect the whole access, the whole principle of access to higher education for everybody, not the privileged few.
Thank you, everyone. We've got our next speakers from the National Union of Students, but before we do, get some shouting going. No ifs, no buts,
No education cuts. No ifs, no buts. 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 No education cuts. No ifs.
I'm Daniel Stevens. International student. And I live in fear. I live in fear every single day of the UKBA. I live in fear that I'll make one mistake in the application form and that'll be it. I live in fear that I've done something wrong. And, you know, the truth is, international students in the UK are treated like criminals. We're monitored by lecturers, we're monitored by the police, and we're constantly smeared in the media. And to add insult to injury, the Home Office and politicians continue to vilify and criminalize international students just for political points. We're used as nothing more than a political football. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of living in fear. I'm tired of the government pandering on immigration to win petty votes. I'm tired of seeing my rights and the way I'm treated change and get worse year on year. I think we have to send a message to the government. International students need to make a stand, and it starts now.
Yes!
We will not accept what's happening to our friends, our fellow friends from around the world. We will not accept what's happening at London Met. Personally, it's overwhelming to see the support of staff and students here. I think we've made a good start, but let's get to work on this momentum. Let's fight the government and immigration, and let's win. Thank you.
Deportation, no way! UKBA! 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 Deportation, no way!
And they know Alan, she's a student union officer at London Met University.
Hi everyone, my name's Nora Ali, as I just told you. Although I'm a home student, I'm completely backing this campaign because I can't have my friends leaving in the middle of their courses and going back to their country. I believe that every student, no matter from what country, has the right to study wherever they like. If they fulfill their requirements, they've got their visas, they've got their entry requirements filled in, they have the right to study. So no deportation.
Thank you very much.
Deportation, no way!
Alan Carling, Black Students Officer from the NUS, wants to say a couple of words. Students as well. Let's be very clear. How dare the government attack international students like this? It is absolutely disgusting. They were targeting some of the already most exploited students in the UK. As we all know, international students pay so much in fees to come and study here in this country, and yet they are treated with utter contempt by the government. Shame on them. Shame on all of the ministers who support this move. And we must campaign every single step of the way to reverse this decision. I'm the NUS Black Students Officer, and we've been fighting day in and day out alongside the National Union of Students and London Met South to fight this government decision. Our vision is for this decision to be completely reversed. The contribution that international students make to the UK is absolutely phenomenal. Both financially, culturally and socially. And that is something that we have to celebrate and not treat with such the way that they've been treated. International students deserve our support and solidarity. That's why it's so fantastic that all of you are here out today, standing side by side with our brothers and sisters from around the world. But not Black Students Campaign will be there to say no. Hands off our classmates, no to deportation, no way. We've got another student from London. We've got another postgrad student now from London Met University who's going to say a couple of words. You see? Are you here? You see? Fantastic.